Hello everyone, petar.jacimovic here from ViceAnalyst.com. The news basically came out, and the unemployment rate, the employment change, went to I guess 150k from expected. So the jobless rate basically, 151k. Non-farm employment change was actual. Forecast was 180k, previous was 275k. So this news basically, and unemployment rate actual forecast was about 4.8%. Actual came 4.9%. So pretty much unemployment rate is unchanged, and the employment change a little bit out of expectation, but still average hourly earnings basically month on month pretty much in the same level, 0.1%. So in this fundamental view, this is still very still everything open in September. Basically we didn't have big decreasing in unemployment rate. We got 151k, but it's still a steady improvement. We cannot expect any larger numbers, any big numbers in August. So this is still everything in normal, and this is still very bullish. And again, the key fundamental view for the USD is basically that speech of Yellen, and very hawkish view, because she said that very good things, and that from her speech we can see that she's very very strong speech, where she said that we may see the further rate hike. These numbers are nothing. There is not, in my opinion, this is not big warning at all for the potential rate hike. It's went slightly out of expectations of analysts, but that's it. Nothing ultra bad at all. Unemployment rate pretty much the same. Average hourly earnings pretty much the same. So nothing special here. Nothing too bad. It's of course not too good, but still the big question right now is about that rate hike. And in my opinion, the rate hike is possible because again of that strong speech from Yellen in Jackson Hole last week, and very hawkish view. So that's my opinion why and why you should watch for buying opportunities on the US Japanese yen and other USD pairs. But as I spoke, the US Japanese yen is my favorite because of Kuroda, also good speech for potential further easing in September. Also we got that divergence possibly, which can really push this currency pair higher. Anyway, for now, what we see here is that price and price respected basically the 103 level, and buyers protected 103 level, and this is my opinion like potential shakeout incoming here, because the price shake out the buyers from this point who got the stop loss below the recent swing lows at this point here. Now this entry level at 104 is not still valid, because we got this fractal low, and the price broke that fractal. So this fractal is not possibility to add position, but you can always buy now, where I basically bought since yesterday, since this was a good entry here. So this was a very good entry at this point, and the stop loss at this point is very safe. As you see, the price didn't have power to even go and continue and confirm breakout of 103 because of that strong momentum. Again, numbers pretty much well, I will say just the number of non-farm employment change missed some analyst expectation, but that's it about this report. So pretty much everything is open in September. That's why I'm expecting for upward price on US Japanese yen as well, and potential buy targets in the incoming in the next week. We also got the ECB press conference September 8th. That will be also critical for the Eurozone. So yeah, if we observe, so basically I bought because of this upward fractal here, but my stop loss is all the way below this fractal here. Okay, so this fractal here, and if you want to buy here, my advice is again to place all the way below this fractal here, this down fractal at 101.74, so 101.70 area. If we check right now what's going on in the price action, we see that this shakeout is very possible, and that buyer step in the market protected 100 free level, and the shakeout. So shakeout is basically maneuver from market makers. They shake out the weak holders who basically keep their stop losses very tight. So that's what's going on in the price action, in my opinion, in this report. We got the stop loss, so buyers at this point, which placed buyers at this point which bought here, they probably placed stop loss a few pips or 10 pips below the recent swing low at this point, even though maybe they watch even this swing low area at this point. So the price went lower, closed them out, and then buyers came in. So that's why we call this shakeout the market. We see the ultra high volume climax up and confirming the potential shakeout. So big demand came in right now in the market, and I'm again in the plus. And again, we may see the breakout of 104 today. We may not, depend of volatility at the end of the day. But again, my final target is pretty much the same. My final target is basically at 106.25 area. That will be basically 1-2 ratio on my position. But also the key resistance at this point is at 107.40 area, where we got that swing high. What happens here? We got the pound went higher versus the dollar, so pound went higher, but again, I will not be buyer at this point at all on the pound, because again, I don't like the fundamentals of the pound at all, and we got their potential rate cut and so on. So this is not good fundamentally to build any short-term position on this one, on this currency pair. It's a very risky to build anything at this point on the pound. The USD CAD basically going lower here, and the Canadian dollar basically got a trade balance minus 2.5 billions. Forecast was minus 3.2 billions, so that was a good trade balance for Canadian dollar. Labor productivity quarter-on-quarter actual was minus 0.3%, and the forecast 0.2%. So generally, that was the reason why it's Canadian is strong, because with that we got that Canadian trade balance news, and that's why I told you that Canadian dollar, USD Canadian, is a little bit tricky to trade, because you should place the stop loss if you want to trade this. For example, you can even buy now. I mean, it's not wrong, because this is the level of where we got two entries here. Okay, and here we got these two fractals, and the reason why we may see we can also place the Fibonacci retracement at this point. See that we are at 38.2, exactly where the price is right now. So even placing the order here for potential catching higher price, it's not a bad idea, but stop loss needs to be all the way below this. If you want to buy the USD Canadian dollar, you should put stop loss like 200 pips and then try to catch 1-1-1-2 ratio if you want to do this. We also have the active up fractal and the breakout of this up fractal from this point here. So we are still in the upward phase. Watching the daily time frame and watching the lower frames, we can see this 3.2. We can also see that at this point, just a second, the two positions here, if you add it here, and if you add it even here, who added here, the stop loss should be all the way below this. There is no down fractals from the left side at all. These two down fractals, basically we took them out. So absolutely, the key fractal down is this point here. And if you want to buy this on short term, you need to place stop loss all the way at 1.2825 area. So it's all depend on the view and what you will decide. Okay. So yeah, that's my view on these currency pairs, and I hope you enjoyed basically. So we got one potential shakeout on US Japanese yen. Pound in short-term perspective, it got a up fractal. So and it's going upward like 55-60 pips from that up fractal. But I will don't trade this short-term perspective. That breakout of that fractal was basically because of that good expansion in manufacturing, and according to this, that is why we got still buyers on this currency pair and so on. But again, it's very risky for me to trade this one. So on the short-term perspective, I speak. So that's it. USD Japanese yen still holding position, and stop loss 101.70 level at this point. Even if you buy here, you need to play stop loss if you want 101.70 level. This is the fractal which didn't take the price didn't take out this down fractal. Pretty much these two down fractals are not significant for me, and you know, so I will prefer to buy this again. I am bullish this, but with stop loss all the way. Where is this fractal which we didn't, the price didn't take this fractal down, which means this is a very strong swing low. These are some intermediate swing lows, and here, and as you see, the intermediate these fractals here, the news basically just took the buyers from this point, and you know, the news don't want to go easily on the, even you know the way where the price is like 80% or 70-80% is will go in the next period. The point here is if you don't position yourself properly, if you want to benefit and put a too tight stop loss and very low distance, and the price cannot go to the fluctuation, that's a very bad, in my opinion, it's a very bad decision. It's better to you know, in my opinion, I would rather take the larger risk on account they take the low risk and try to, you know, put the stop loss on every swing low or every, you know, the most recent swing lows, or, you know, because price can easily go there and catch the weak holders who trade on that way, but price will very hard manage to go on some critical fractals and critical changing in behaviors in the price. So yes, basically this is my and as you see the price is going higher. It's absolutely demand came in, protected 103, and it's going very good. So I mean, that will be all for my for this analysis. I hope you enjoyed. The pending order from this point here, it's a tricky now. You can buy right now at where it is priced, because this was a buying from this fractal here, which is still okay. You know, if you bought yesterday and want to try to catch the news, then you're you know, you can do this now, but stop loss should be at this point, since these previous two fractals went we filled this one, and this one is very strong right here, and that's where my stop loss is. So again, big shakeout as we see. This is a big shakeout bar on USD Japanese yen. So probably the price will go on today and break 104. My reason for this is because of the crowd behavior, basically. And what's the crowd behavior at this point is, once they saw the non-farm employment change 151 versus 180, they think that this will be massive selling on the, you know, they will sell US Japanese yen, they sell. Then the smart money, the strong holders, and the other time frame traders, they came in and they protect 103 level. It's also a round number. And not just that, the market makers did their job. They closed them on this. They close every trader who trade on that way and based, and you know, they absolutely close them on this point with this shakeout, and the price will continue in on the larger picture fundamental view most recently. So that's why I'm telling you, you must know to read the fundamentals, because you can be basically tricked and you can misunderstand the news, because again, this non-farm payroll was an out of expectation of forecasters, but it is still a very you know, nothing big happened. Unemployment rate is still the same, so there is nothing big. There is no big warning here for the plan which Yellen basically planned, you know, Yellen plan of the hike rate. So my expectation why the price may go today to break this swing high and to break this swing high potentially is because of the lot of sellers they sold after the news. Okay, a lot of sellers sold after the news, and the price and the market makers will probably buy into their selling and try to catch their stop losses, which are usually above the swing highs. So don't be surprised if we see the breakout very easily of 104, just to close the lot of sellers today. You know, so I will offer this view. If you like my analysis, feel free to subscribe my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to start my mentorship program, where I will teach you in 7 days course, we work 4 to 5 hours per day. We cover the fundamental view, how to read the fundamentals. By about four days we speak about the fundamental analysis, and then how to manage and how to position ourselves properly on short-term perspective, using the tactical analysis, using the fractals, volume analysis, and also other tools like Fibonacci. You know, so yeah, as you see, as we speak, the price would probably go to close the sellers who got aggressive stop loss above the swing high, and very easily you will see the price will go upward, and then the next stop loss hunting will be where is this key 104 area, swing high from the 104 area, and that will also be in our favor, since we are together with strong holders and we are bullish and creating the bullish positions from yeah. So what's the key point here? The key point here is only one thing I wanted to explain you at this point is yeah, as you see, the stop loss, there is a stop loss hunting at this point, and a lot of traders got stop out here. Now once they see that they got stop out, they will also buy, but together it's already buying by the smart money. That will move another higher push in my opinion, and the stop losses, the major stop loss orders from some sellers at this point. So yeah, and that will move the price higher, as like we see. Big shakeout is absolutely working good. Yeah, about this point, so it's like this. If we got the big news, and we got two big news releases this week, so if we got these two big news releases, you cannot trade. If you buy, for example, before the news releases, which I did, I placed its stop loss below everything of this, so or before the most recent price action, and I placed on the fractal all the way to this point here. For example, if I bought here, and I did buy here at this point, my stop loss wasn't at this area here. My stop loss was at this point here. The reason for this is because you need to understand, we got a 3 days to the high impact news at this point when I bought. So I didn't have any potential news effect to close this 80 pips after this breakout. Okay, so that's why I bought this fractal up fractal and didn't play the stop loss at this point. This is a just explanation. So since I didn't have big news impact, if I got, for example, if I bought here and let's say this manufacturing PMI or the non-farm employment change should happen the very next day, I will not put the stop loss at this point. There is just no way. I will put all the way, like 230 pips away from this point. Okay, and that will be that's how I secure my sell. Okay, so, and that's also, it's not wrong even if you put in the normal market without any high impact news releases. Okay, so it's not wrong if you entered here to put all the way below to this point and try to catch 1-1-1-2 ratio and go for 400 pips or 250 pips. And you will also have absolutely space for that, because if you bought here, place stop loss here, you absolutely have about 400 pips left space, or even more, to catch 1-2 ratio. Okay, so that's it. That's the logic. Okay, so yeah, that'll be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I wish you good trading and have a